Oh, YouTube. I was going to do a sort of promotion for my upcoming book and then talk about the SPFBO, but I just feel I've got just too many things to talk about. So we'll do a SPFBO only video, and then I'll do another one later. Um, so the big news is the SPFBO, the self-published fantasy blog of SPFBO to some, has come to an end this year, and we have a champion. And nine other finalists who I should commend to your attention. Let me go to the scoreboard, which is here. Hopefully, we're not going to obscure too much of it with my face. So the winner, Small Miracles by Olivia Atwater, which is this. I've got my own copy. I will be reading it soon, giving it a review. And she is the author is running a Kickstarter right now for hardback versions of this, which is doing very well. Last time I looked, it was like 5 or 6 times past its the amount that it wanted to raise. So consider that. And she's gonna get the selfie stick. Don't know if you can, but anyway, any resemblance to any other sticks you may have seen is purely coincidental. I've given out now 8 of these. And this is our 8th champion, who has, as you can see from the scoreboard, with a score of 8.65. That is, in fact, the joint highest score ever given to a champion. It's a weirdly attractive number in that I think now 4 of our champions have that score, or maybe 3 of them, but no one has ever scored higher. Um, so congratulations to Olivia. Olivia, sorry, I'm not good with names, and second place and third place and fourth place and fifth place. All of these scores being above 8, that's those are magnificent scores. I think last year our champion scored 7.7, and in the first year our champion scored 8. So a score of 8 plus is very rare, and these books may have been pipped at the post by Small Miracles, but they are certainly judged by our panel to be excellent books that are very worthy of your consideration. And if so, Small Miracles has been described to me as a cozy fantasy with elements of romance in it, which is great, and I will be reading it. I enjoyed last year's winner, which was a romance. um, but for example, Song of the Void is a very different book. I think it's described as cosmic horror, so the small difference in score disappears in the wind if you just happen to like cosmic horror more than you like cozy fantasy. So certainly consider all of these. And even when we go down to the bottom half of the board, A Touch of Light that I've read is a great epic fantasy that you might consider. Um, and we have Fire of the Forebears. Now, a score of 6 is very commendable. And you might say, well, this book is at the bottom of the table, but this is the finalist table. We had 300 books in. So if you look at it in those terms, this book has beaten 290 others. So is still very worth considering. Um, and if we go to the official page, I'm going to have to change that logo. Hopefully somebody will come up with something nice for SPFBO 9, though probably not AI generated. It's quite hard to tell these days. But I think we will try and stick with a human artist. You can see that I'm announcing that the next SPFBO will be starting or opening its doors to entries on May the 17th, which is 10 days from now at 1 p.m. London time. You can click on that to find out what London time is. And so last year we filled up our 300 entries in just 9 hours, which means that if you are in a different time zone, it might be worth setting an alarm and just getting up here. The process of uploading there'll be a link here to the entry form, and the process of uploading your book, it should only take 5 minutes. I mean, literally just typing in the title and uploading the cover and an EPUB file, and typing in your name and a couple of other details. So it's not going to be it's the sort of thing that if you are really keen to enter, then if it happens around midnight for you, then maybe set an alarm and just get up for 5 minutes and do it. Then again, if it takes 9 hours, then chances are there'll still be a spot, even if you leave it until the next day. But I can't guarantee because it has got faster every year. I think in the first year we only got to 276 entries, and every other year it's been 300. But the time taken to do it has reduced steadily from like 3 days to here we have 8 point something hours. We have the for the first time ever, we have only one change on our blogger list. So we normally get 2 or 3 dropouts just because it's really hard work and people get tired and change focus. But this year, the only team to drop out is the Fantasy Inn, who have done a couple of years with us and have done great work. So huge thanks to them for their services to the self-published community. And replacing them is going to be booktuber Philip Chase, who has I don't know 25,000 odd followers on his channel. Is very popular, so I'm sure he will do some great reviewing for us. And I think that's all I want to say there. We can just scroll quickly down and see on this. This is the official page. It tends to be the first thing that will pop up if you Google on SPFBO. It's got the rules, which you can read if you're interested in joining. Which definitely should read if you're interested in joining. It shows our champions, our 8 champions so far. This being the most recent one, and these are the designs that Barbara Pickering did for us. Sorry, Palmer Pickering did for us. And these appear on the sort of coins that we hand out to finalists these days. In fact, those coins have been going out to all of the past finalists as well, thanks to Mihir Wanchu of Fancy Book Critic, sort of giving me a kick in the butt and helping a lot to make that happen, and some crowdfunding to sort of pay for the tokens themselves. And we have the lists of the finalists over the past years, and like these haven't haven't become old fashioned in the passing of a few years. So don't always be focused on the current thing, unless it's my book, in which case you should. Feel free to scroll back down here and find some excellent books that you should read among this lot of finalists. And beyond the finalists, you can click and see the entry field and look at semi-finalists and things for each year. And here's an enormous list of the scores for all of the finalists over all of the years ranked against each other. So you can see yes, 4 of them have scored 8.65 over the years, and that many of this year's finalists are in bright red. So you can see that many of them are crowding around the top of the scoreboard. And if we dive even deeper, there's gender breakdowns over the years. So we've had we'll have to fill that box in with another female champion. So we will have had 3 female champions and 5 male ones to date. Yes, so I think I will leave you with that. Just saying thanks to all of the bloggers who've done 99.9% of the work and done an excellent job this year, and to everyone who follows the contest and supports it, because the only reason it has any power is because people retweet the tweets, because people talk about the books that they like in the contest on various forums. And if you're a self-published author, even if you're not a finalist this year, or even if you're not involved this year, just boosting that signal is doing yourself a favor, because it's just a rising tide that helps all of the ships involved. So we will be doing the whole thing all over again. In a few weeks' time, we'll start after we've got our entries in. And then the year after that, we will have SPFBO 10. We'll see if we can do anything special for that. So I will call this a day. Hopefully it was recorded and the sound's there. And now I'll just hunt for the button that says stop recording. Catch you in the next video.